This is my morning phase. I set the alarm to ring at 7:30, but I usually crawl back to bed and snuggle and sleep because sometimes I'm just tired. I sleep late. I wake up late. I'm just tired, no energy, exhausted. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, I'm still in my bed. So I decided slowly to change things back around, you know, wake up with turning the computer on, Wi-Fi's on, and meditating with Master Co, doing priming with Tony Robbins, and then doing incantations of the gladiator and journaling to empty out my mind because I tend to think a mile a minute of all the things I need to do, of all the things I didn't do, instead of thinking about how I feel if I did finish it and got the results. Anyways, I was emotionally sad a couple of days because I personally want to have a third kid. I feel more complete and fulfilled if I have a third child. Well, because my biological clock is ticking and I'm in my 40s and there's a lot of, you know, information out there, social media, society, and so on that says over women over age 45 scientifically uh, don't easily procreate. So it's not like I don't have a child yet. I do have two beautiful, healthy children, thank goodness, and they're happy, they're growing, they're loved and well taken care of by my mom. It sounds like I outsource my kids to the other side of the world. My mom is in her 70s. She's got lots of love and patience for nurturing kids more than me. I just want to do business, make money. I do love my kids, and I think homeschooling is a great idea if I have the patience. Kids learn a lot from parents, by the way. Anyway, so kind of stuck in this limbo where my husband of 9 years is just not so interested. Who he says he doesn't know if he wants another child because I have them on the other side of the world for 2 years and he doesn't get to see them grow and spend time with them and so on. Yeah, it's like split lives. And then he's, I don't know, is not resonating well with me. I'm like, if he doesn't know, I know I want a child. Well, you know, I have the chance to procreate. So normally he listens to what I say, but lately he's being a little more opinionated, doubting, not so confident. I'm not sure, but I'm like lying on bed, waiting, waiting, waiting. And finally he says it's not happening, and he goes to work. Oh man, I think my hormones are out of whack. I'm just like, I need sex in the morning and I need sex at night, and I'm not getting it, and it's frustrating. Yeah, it's so frustrating. So I talked to him about it. Legally, we should just separate, and I go find another potential person who wants marriage and more kids. But then after I share my heart sorrow, I like just cried and cried and cried. Because he's such a good guy to give up. At the same time, I'm very, very sexually frustrated because I have no intimacy. I don't think we have been intimate since 2019 when I was pregnant for the other with our son, and then I was away almost couple years in the other country with my parents, and yeah, not having intimacy is tough. Intimacy, I'm talking about even just a hug and a kiss. Cuddling is nice, but I wasn't getting any of it, especially when I was pregnant. I was mad at him, so that was what, almost 4 years of no touch. Yeah, wouldn't that drive anyone not like crazy? Especially I like companionship and intimacy. Is just, And so I'm not sure what to do. You know, there are people out there, lovers out there who are just after sexual intercourse, nothing else, no committed relationships, or they don't really fit my standard, or they're married and taken even though they're not fulfilling that marriage. So that's why I call it stuck in this limbo, because I'm not sure what to do. Morally, it's not right to be ghosting other people outside their marriage. Legally, it's illegal. Unethically, because that's not how it's conduct. To be honest, after high school, I've usually have had love triangles. I know. And now, before I got married, I was so in love with this tall, handsome, strong boyfriend. And I guess also my prime age. And I really wanted to marry him. And we're just so in love. The thing is, he didn't want to get married. He just came out of a divorce. He didn't want to get married, or didn't want to get married to me because I boss him around, because I tell him to do too many things, because I do too many projects. I guess it's overwhelming for him, who wants a more quieter life. So I told him I was gonna go husband hunting because I want to get married and have kids now. And so I did. I searched around. The online dating sites didn't quite work for me then. And then mere chance I got introduced. Well, I attended a friend's party, and 2 years later we met again, and that's when we kind of moved things a little forward. And I pushed him to get married. I'm like, do you want to marry me or not? If you don't marry me, I'm gonna go look for another husband, look for a husband. And so we got married. I think we've lived together. mm, we've known each other, let's say, 6 months before we got married. And I've lived with my husband maybe 4 years. 4 years. I spent the other 5 years in Taiwan, with my parents, doing my health stuff, like recovering from the cesarean and from my autoimmune. Things derail when I was frustrated at work, not getting promoted. He packaged out. He was at home, not taking care of the kid the way I wanted. And yes, I have high expectations. And then I was just angry and mad at him. This ball of anger was very, very difficult to shake off. Finally, during my leave, I took my son and my daughter to Taiwan, and they've been there since before the pandemic started. And even though I was gonna bring them back, I decided not to, because then she would have to do a lot of screen time and online courses, which I didn't want for little kids. It's not screen time; it's not good for the brain, not good for the eyes. That's the year I developed, not the 2020 vision, and started wearing glasses when I had my first computer at age 15. Mm. Anyhow, so my husband visits the kids a couple times a year, right? In August and December, where he gets vacation time. And he works hard. And I spent a year and a half off. Yeah. Recovering mentally, emotionally from the emotional trauma from work, from a micromanager. I was very passive aggressive and kept me from getting promoted. It's karma. Hmm. There must be a lesson in this, because I had, in my period of 16 years working for the public library, I had two micromanagers. One of them got kicked out of the system. It's karma, I'm telling you. The second one became my micromanager. I have no idea why, but anyways, there must be a lesson here. I defy authority. I'm too opinionated. I don't have good relationships, professional relationships. I burn bridges. I don't listen. I don't read instructions. There must be a lesson in this, right? Anyhow, so while I was in Taiwan, I felt like a single mom because yeah, my mom kicked me out of her house. I lectured her too much. I was too critical. She said, so she kicked me out of the house. I moved to a condo, and there I kind of did my single life mom thing, not being fully literate. But I could get by with just conversationality. Anyhow, so I spent a year and a half there doing a lot of self development courses. I needed it. And I did IVFs. I really wanted twins. Um, the third one, the third IVF, I had twins for 6 weeks. And then they didn't have a heartbeat anymore. That's when I sought out a soul therapist to ask why the child spirit is not coming to me. And it boiled down to, well, you're in a very strange marriage position where the husband's in Canada, the children and me are in Taiwan. It's kind of split. And if I'm not in love with my husband, even in a unit together, the child spirit doesn't want to come down to a house where the parents are kind of separate. And that's what I gave up. I didn't want to do IVF anymore because you need injections, you need medication, you need to watch your cycle, a whole bunch of stuff. Not to mention it costs $20,000. It's a lot, and I wasn't working, so I kind of like spent all my savings. And luckily, my husband still supports us as supposed to kids. My daughter has the privilege to learn like 6 other courses, extracurricular activities: the violin, the piano, drums, taekwondo, wei chi. She preferred not to learn ballet and not to learn taekwondo. She just wanted to learn dance and drawing. But dance classes were in downtown. It was a little far, half an hour. And taekwondo, I want her to learn self-defense. It's good to have strength and protect herself. Anyway, so with this conundrum about the marriage, should I stay, should I leave? It's been bugging me boggers. Like, there's a lot of things I changed 2 years ago, right? The business. I wanted to take product business and I wanted to switch to service-based online business in self-education. I wanted to change jobs because I don't want to work under the micromanager. That's crazy. But I also want a job that's virtually online so I can work anywhere in the world at any time I want and have the same pay scale annually of $85,000 a year with benefits, sick leave, vacation pay, and retirement pension. Equal or better pay. And I changed vehicles. Well, the one in here in Canada is my husband's. It's a Honda CRV. I want to change it into an electric vehicle so that it doesn't pollute the air. So I have 2 electric motorcycles in Taiwan. And I changed living locations, right, from this house to a condominium in Taiwan. And languages, place of living from English to Mandarin Taiwanese. Just 2 things haven't changed yet: husband and religion. Not that I'm seeking it. As I've been doing a lot of Dean Graziosi's business training and Tony Robbins's, you know, self-development, NLP stuff, psychology, transformations. He said if one is in a marriage, in a relationship, they're not living with passion and fulfillment, to repair the marriage or move on. And I'm just in that conundrum right now because relationships are a little trickier, more complex. You can't just be married, get married, and because of an upset of no intimacy, not wanting to have more children, and just leave. Now look this. In Taiwan, in order to divorce, you need to have 5 criteria. The husband has to gamble, be abusive, have affairs, be alcoholic, or be a druggist, something like that. Since my husband doesn't fit any of these criteria, there's no reason to divorce, they said. The lawyer said. Divorcing Canada is a little easier. You're not happy? You can leave anytime. A wedding costs $22,000. A divorce costs $200. Sad. So yeah, you expect the husband to do everything, and I'm quite spoiled. He treats me like a princess. Meaning he cooks, he washes the dishes, he does the laundry, he makes the money, he supports me and the kids. Yeah, because right now I haven't found a new job and my business doesn't thrive yet. And he pretty much does a lot of things that I tell him to do. He does grocery shopping, and he joins me in business partnership of my network marketing endeavors. He helps me in almost everything that I ask him to. And you're probably thinking, well, I should be more grateful. What a good husband, so loyal. I just don't have emotional connection to him. I feel like he doesn't get me or understand me. He wants more respect and support instead of criticisms. Ugh. And unfortunately, I repeat everything I do. I repeat everything my parents did wrong. You're probably thinking you are more educated with more resources, more tools. Back then, financial freedom. I should be doing better at parenting. I should be doing better in relationships. I should be doing better at everything. But instead, like my father, he got scammed in business. I got scammed 4 times. He got scammed I don't know how many times of money. And when I was desperate, I just paid like $10,000 for relationships, and of course it didn't work out. You take matters into your hands. Those other people that just scam your money, they don't really help you back to find the one. In business, I joined an online stocks thing, and it was a scam, right? Elon Musk, Quantum, and then switches to this other website where they just told you to put more money, put more money. Starts at $200 USD, but then they scam you for more money after. And also a friend's email got hacked, so they told me to buy his niece a gift card, and I fell into it because I thought that was my friend who needed money. Anytime there's monetary transaction, it's a red flag. Don't do it. Your friend won't ask you for money. Online people we never met, never seen their faces live. They're also scammers. Don't give them money. So scam is one thing. When there's a conflict, my father gets upset. He leaves. Yeah, he leaves the house the next day. So it's hard to talk to him and communicate because he's very hard-headed his way. Sounds like me. I get conflict with my mom, fight, I leave her house. She actually told me to leave 4 times, to leave her house. She didn't need that extra stress. And you're supposed to be the ideal parent to model it to your kids. So with my mom, I guess she likes to spoon feed and make the fish instead of teach the kids how to fish. She's critical to my father, so now I'm critical to my husband. If angry, my mom tells them to leave. She told my daughter to leave her house because I guess my daughter can be very opinionated, and snarky like me. Ugh. I told her only learn the goods from the adults, don't pick up the bad stuff. And unfortunately, my father had affairs, and I did the same because not fulfilling the marriage. The difference is I told my husband about it and I asked for his permission. Not that it makes it right or better, but it's just like when a need is not met, I just like lustily, savagely seek it and then get my feelings hurt. I guess I deserve that.